Hi, my name's Rosalie Desmond and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Australia. Today I'm going to show you my project for this month's Christmas Challenge Stampathon. For this month we're asking people to make some foldable gift bags. The reason we want them foldable is because we're at the end of March at the moment, and we'd like them to still be nice and usable by the time Christmas rocks around. So my gift bag today, as you can see, folds completely flat. You can make a whole heap of these and pop them away, ready for Christmas. So let's begin. First of all, we start with a piece of designer series paper, otherwise known as pattern paper. I've decided to use Eastern Palace DSP, and I have a piece 8.5 inches by 12 inches. I'm going to grab my scoreboard. I'm going to score along the 12-inch side first of all, and using my scoring tool I'm going to score at 1/2 inch, 4.5 inches, 6.25 inches, and 10.25 inches. And as I've made a gusseted bag, I also need to put some score lines in for just here and also for the other side. So I'm going to do that at 5 3/8 of an inch. Which is just there. And 11 1/8. So effectively it's in the midpoint of the edge of my bag, as you can see, straight down the center. Then I'm going to flip it to the 8.5 inch side, and I'm going to score it at 1.5 inches. And the 1.5 inches gives us the base of the bag. And that's it for my scoreboard. So I'll pop that to one side. And then I'm grabbing my bone folder and I'm going to sharpen up these score lines. Start with the small side. Now if you don't have a bone folder, you can use the side of your hand, but I find it actually hurts and it doesn't give quite as crisp edges. So if you can't afford it, use your hands. If you've got the funds to buy yourself a bone folder or already have one, then I suggest that you, I've already done that each, oh well. Nothing wrong with doing it twice. Now these ones in here, I actually want to go the opposite way. It's not the end of the world if I don't straight away, but it just makes it a little bit easier. And as you can see, sometimes I use the side, sometimes I use the tip. Everyone does it differently and I do it differently all the time. Now, I'm not sure if you can see these score lines, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just chop this little corner off here. And put that to one side. And then I'm just going to score down to my 1.5 inches. Now the score line that I've made inside down my side, I'm not cutting that in at all. Now I'm just going to grab some Tombow glue. I like to use Tombow because I find that it gives me quite a firm hold. I don't want my bag falling apart. But at the same time, I don't need oodles of glue. And I'll just line this up. And as you can see, it's starting to come together already. Now in my original bag, I have got Merry Christmas embossed down the bottom. So I want to do that before I make any more of my bag, just to make it easier for myself. My Merry Christmas stamp comes from the Star of Light stamp set by Stampin' Up. And I simply just use some Versamark. I tap my stamp a few times and I make sure I have a flat surface to stamp on. And I want to go up just a little bit from where my score line is from my base. I'm pushing down quite firmly because I want to try and get as clear an image as I possibly can. I'll just put my lid back on my Versamark and grab some gold embossing powder. Sprinkle some embossing powder on my stamped image. Tend to give this a bit of a flick, which I'll do off camera, just to get rid of any excess embossing powder, because any embossing powder that stays on my project, when I heat it, it's then going to become a permanent fixture. I'm now going to use my heat gun and just very simply heat my image. What this does is it melts the embossing powder and gives us a raised image. And just make sure that's all done. And turn it off. It doesn't take very long at all. Not very long at all. Now I'm going to continue to put my box together by tucking in those ends, grabbing my Tombow, just Putting some glue on my base. Flipping it over. Now to make my bag form the triangle inside, I just simply run my hands down and then I just force it into place. I found that was much simpler than doing it any other way. So now I've got my bag. I already have my pieces cut out. So I have a piece of 2" by 4" fresh fig cardstock. Just going to glue that down, and you just sort of find a spot that you're happy with the look of and pop it there. I have an oval, which is the largest oval from the layering ovals that is sold by Stamping Up, and my star set is from the Star of Light thinlets, which are actually match the stamp set, and it's this image right here. I used some adhesive sheets and I put a little bit on the gold foil before I ran it through the Big Shot and cut out my star, just to make it a little bit easier. If you don't have adhesive sheets, that's no problem. You can just simply use, your any type of adhesive that you choose, like the Tombow. All I'm doing is I'm just finding a spot that's easy for me to pull the backing off. One bonus about using the Tombow is you do have a little bit of wriggle room, which I don't have with this, but it still worked out okay. Then I'll grab my Tombow, put some glue on my oval, and stick it where I want it. And my bag is now complete. So I've got 2 bags done. It's a very quick and easy project, this one. But now I will start having quite a few of my gift bags already for Christmas. If you would like to join us in the Christmas Challenge Stampathon, every month we have a different theme. We're a group of demonstrators from all over the world. We have Artful Stamping, which is Ruth from the UK, Ladybug Stamping, which is Denise from the US, and Ellen Woodbridge and myself from Australia. At the end of the year, all participants will be entered into a draw to win a prize. Join us in for 1 month, all the months. If you like the theme, come and play along with us. I will have a link to the Facebook page down below.